Okay, so I've had the charcoal kind of burning in the chimney here for the last, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes or so. I know it's ready to go for two reasons. First reason is if you kind of look down in there, you can kind of see, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you'll kind of be able to see that there's a little glow at the bottom. There's also smoke coming off the top. Smoke is not coming from the paper towel that I used earlier. Paper towel is completely burned up. But the real way to tell is if you put your hand over it. I can only put my hand over it for like 2 or 3 seconds without, maybe even, if it wasn't windy, yeah, maybe 2 seconds, and then it's too hot. So I'll put my hand over it, so one locomotive and it's already too hot. So you know your charcoals are ready to go. Another way you can do it, if you don't have a chimney stack, is you can stack all the briquettes in a pyramid inside of your grill. So the way you would do that is you'd take the bottom grill, put it in here, and you'd stack up all the briquettes in a pyramid, the best pyramid that you can, and usually you'd douse it with lighter fluid and then light it, and then it'll take a little bit longer, but it still will work. So now I'm ready. Oh, one other thing to notice, the holes in the bottom are open. You want to make sure that it's open so air can flow through and keep the combustion going, keep the fire going. If you wanted to put out the coals, you would close the bottom and you would close the top so that way no air could get in, no oxygen could get in, and then no combustion could happen. It'll put the fire out. But we want to make sure that everything is open so it's burning real nice. So now let's dump the coals in. Be careful because it'll be hot. It won't be hot out here. They have a nice handle far away. And then you go ahead and just dump the coals in. There's no real trick to this, just make sure that they're evenly spread. Something else to notice is if you're using a chimney, is to put like a block or something underneath, because otherwise, I don't know, there's like a little circular char mark that will occur on your sidewalk if you just put it on the sidewalk. So I usually just use a little block so that way it doesn't stain the sidewalk. Alright, so the next thing we do is just put the top grill on. This is where the meat goes. Put that on the top. It's kind of nice to have maybe a few more charcoal pieces on one side than the other, so you have a real hot end and a cold end of your grill. Sometimes I stoke it like that to get the ashes off. It's super hot right now. It's too hot to put any meat down. So what I'll do right now is just brush it off. And I'll probably put the top on for a minute or so just to cool it down a little bit. If you want to have your grill really hot, you actually leave the cover off, and then there's a lot of air that'll flow through. When you put the top on, it'll restrict the air, and there won't be as much oxygen flowing through. Your grill will be cooler. So I have sausages I'm going to put on. Go over here. I'll bring these sausages over. And I'm actually okay with it being a pretty hot grill, so I'm going to go ahead and put them on. Alright, so there my sausages are. They're on the grill now. And so the last thing that I'll do is just I'm going to put the top on because I want it to cool off a little bit. If you have raw meat like chicken, like chicken is really good to keep the grill cover on, or the lid on. Otherwise you'll burn the chicken really quickly. These sausages will take a little while because it's all raw meat. If you're just reheating something or like finishing ribs on the grill, then I would recommend you grilling with the cover off. Even like burgers, I would grill with the cover off. But it's just something you can play with. You can also mess with the temperature by, if you look down here, you can see this is the bottom holes, and we'll make sure that the bottom holes are open. You can also play with the top holes like this to restrict the oxygen, cool it off, or you can, sometimes I do that if I want it to be sort of in the middle, where I kind of put the edge on the side. Good luck barbecuing.